Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Shoshana and I am a guide to life. I help guide people through transitions and the spiritual awakening process. And I'd like to talk about taking action, taking action, because the ultimate spiritual work is bringing all of those ideas, all of those changes, and integrating them practically into our life and moving towards our new understandings, moving towards living the life, living out the life that we have already come to imagine. And in order to do that, we do have to take some action. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be in a forcing way or dreading, I have to take action. It's so difficult. If that is how you're perceiving the action, then you are taking the wrong actions. Because I'm talking about inspired action. I'm talking about action when it is moving towards your dream and towards your higher self. It will feel good. You will be inspired. You will be creative. It will create a motion that pulls more motion. It will be, you will do it in a way that it excites you and moves you, and you want to take that action. And so the ultimate spiritual work is actually taking the spiritual work and applying it into our lives. And how do we do this? When we have an inspired thought, when we have an idea for something, it's like, oh, I could do that. That would be so fun to do, right? Take immediate action on it. Take immediate action on it before you allow doubt to start seeping in. Because what happens, we have this wonderful idea, and then our old ways of thinking, well, is it practical? Well, I have to make a living first. So maybe I'll get all of my priorities, all of the things that I have to do out of the way so I can clear time so that I can do this new project that's a love project that I see as something that is like extra in my life, or something that I don't naturally give it space, because until now in my life, I haven't given it priority or space. If it's for my soul and it's for something that makes me feel good, then it is a hobby, and it is for my after hour times, after I force myself through my daily routine and tasks and things that I have to do because I'm a responsible human being. And the thing is that you never have, if you've noticed until now, every moment of your life has been filled with something. Every single moment of your life has been filled with something. And so there is no extra time or time that is left over. And you could say, well, you have the thoughts coming up, well, I watch a lot of TV. I could quit watching TV. Or I waste my time doing things that, playing games or things that don't enhance my life. And what the thought that immediately comes up after that is because you are living a life that is uninspired, and you're doing things in your day-to-day task that you don't enjoy doing, and therefore you are trying to run away to do all of these other things. You don't feel inspired. You don't feel like you are capable. You don't feel like you are able to or you can't find the inspiration to move on things. But once you start moving on inspiration, you'll see it's like pulling a thread. Once you find one thing that you're inspired about and you start moving on that, it opens up so many other things. It opens up that mechanism of being inspired and being excited. Once you start feeling excited about one thing, the excitement is what will allow you to see other things that are exciting. It's like learning a template. It's like you have that emotion now of excitement and inspiration. And when you're in that state, all of a sudden you can see other things that you are also inspired, and you also create a room in your life which allows you to be inspired, which you already know the emotion of it. So it's like setting a ball and rolling. Once that ball starts rolling, then it already has momentum. And that's coming back to taking action. When you have something inspired, take immediate action on it. Try to start setting that ball in motion immediately. Don't allow space, because a lot of times we'll have an inspired thought, or, oh, I have a great idea. I want to do that. And you're like, okay, well, let me put it off to the side and I'll do it later. And then you do all of these tasks that are menial tasks, or tasks that are more heavy on you, and you get into that state of mind. And when you try to come back to what you were inspired about earlier, it's like you have to hit the metal when it's hot. All of a sudden you can't see that vision anymore. Have you ever had this, where you have an argument with someone? Before the argument, you are lifted, you can do anything, and then you have an argument with someone, and then you try to come back to what you were doing at when you're in that different state of mind, in that low vibrational mode, and it's like you can't even do it. It's you lost all of your oomph, or all of your desire, or all of your inspiration, or all of your creativity to be able to do whatever that task was that prior to that you were able to do. So it's just like that. Maybe not, that's maybe a more exaggerated example of it, just so you can understand like the difference in mode. So when you are in that mode of feeling that inspiration, start, start, do something. It just take the first step, the first obvious step. Even if you don't know the entire path, you say, well, I don't know how I'm going to complete the project. Well, I don't know what the next step is, but you know what the first step is? So take that first step. Or it will, even to get to what is the first step in doing that, will force you to sit down and logically think about the thing that it is, and kind of bring it into your consciousness, bring it into something that is a little bit more tangible, a little bit more practical. It's not just off on some cloud somewhere. Now you brought it into your world and into your mind as something that I am going to do. When you start thinking about how am I going to do this, it already brings it more into your focus and into something that is more practical, and then you are more likely to complete that task. Or just set it in motion. Maybe you will never complete that task, but when you set that in motion, it may open up doors that you didn't see before you set that in motion. And it is also setting an intention. It is setting your intention to move on things that you feel passionate about, and things that will make you ultimately more happy. Things, it will take you out of your comfort zone. It'll take you out of your mundane, is that a word? A routine. It'll take you into a mindset that I can make changes, I can do other things. And once you set something in action, you learn how to set things in action. It's teaching you how to set things in action. So when you feel it, do it. Do it instantaneously. Don't wait for the momentum. Keep the momentum going. Don't wait, because the momentum may pass, and then you will lose that opportunity of that grand thing that you are going to bring into the world. And you could even look at it as, when you have a grand idea, it is not yours. It is the universe flowing through you, giving you that idea. Think about all of the great inventions that were made. People had to believe in them and sit down and actually take their time away from whatever it is else that was in their life, and bring that into form and bring that into existence. And mankind um, uh, benefited from that. From that, you could say sacrifice, but it's not even really a sacrifice, because when you start moving on your passion, it enriches your own life, and you become excited about the idea, not excited about the outcome. What is this going to give me? Because then you're going into the old mindset of, I have to go to work so that I can get something back, and I can get paid, I can get money. It's not about that. It's about the enjoyment, the process of doing it, of bringing something into creation, of being an expression, expressing yourself in whichever way that it comes into form. It could be in making these movies, for instance, is my way of bringing things into expression, things that I feel like not even mine, right? So this video is for me. I'm getting it because it's coming through me. I am benefiting from the benefit of it, or from from making the video. Even when I open up videos, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say. I have this idea that comes in. Where does that come from? Who did that? Where does that come from? It's certainly not me. It's coming through me. So when I start allowing that to flow through me, and I bring that idea and I start bringing it, I start with one sentence or one idea. And the minute I open my mouth, it comes into creation and it expands into what I'm talking about even now. I didn't know I was going to be talking about this when I opened up the video. So when you start pulling that thread, you never know where you're going to end up. So once you have that impulse that, wow, I need to do this, set it in motion. Even if you're in the middle of your workday and you can't take time to right now do it, sit down and write it out. Start writing out the plans. A lot of times when I'm channeling, I'll show you, I have books and books and books of my channeling. I have a whole corner over there with all sorts of pamphlets. It looks like this, right? And a lot of times I'll start with one sentence. I'll be in the middle of dishes or doing whatever. And I will sit down and I will just I'll write it out. I'll make a line. That's one idea. A few minutes later, I'll wash my hands again. I'll have to write another thing out. So even if it's just by writing it really quick in a sentence, what it is, or because a lot of times also when you're channeling, you have this great idea. It's just like dreaming. You wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the middle of your dream, you're like, I'll never forget this. That was such a strong emotion attached to it. And you don't write it down. Then you wake up in the morning, you're like, what did I dream about? I remember the emotion, but I don't remember the story. What was it? And when you're in it, you always think that, oh, this is really easy. I'll be able to remember this for sure. And then 20 minutes later, you lost it. 20 minutes is good. Even 5 minutes later, a lot of times you lost it. That's why you do it when it's fresh. Do it when you are in that inspired mode. It's like you have this little idea, and let's say this is the idea, and you open up a portal and you go into the idea, and you see the entire idea. But once you leave that portal, you forget what was in that. It's like you get connected to this idea from the ethers, and when you're connected, it's so obvious and you can see it all. But then once you go back into something else and bring your focus onto something else, you remember that there was something there, but you don't remember a lot of times what it was. That's why it's so important to set this in motion. And imagine some of the greatest inventions that we've had, like the electricity. Imagine if inventions, right? Because it was all there. It was just discovered. All of the inventions and all of the information and all of the wisdom in the world is already in existence. We are just uncovering it, and we're just uncovering the tip of the iceberg. There is so much vastness here. You can see that in things that are invented and things that we are understanding that blow your mind, but they've always been there. We're just discovering them now. So there really is no credit to be taken on any kind of information or knowledge. It's uncovering knowledge for the expansion of all. And you think about if Beethoven never was given a piano, and all of that music would have never been given to the world. And you can see yourself in the same way, because you are one specific representation, one specific filter of all that is, one of a kind. And any information that you have or any gift that you have that's flowing through you to give to the universe, if you don't give it, you are taking away the privilege from the world to receive your gift. And when you look at it like that, you can see it as you have a gift to give. And if you don't give it, you are taking away from all of those that could have benefited from that gift, that could have that you could have changed their lives just by doing whatever it is that comes most naturally to you and that you have a calling to do. That's why you have a calling to do it, because it wants to flow through you. And when you don't allow it to flow through you, you feel that stop up of energy. You feel like there's something massive that wants to flow through you, and you're not allowing it. So there's blockage, it gets blocked up within you, and then you start feeling like this tense, and that's where also disease comes in and things like that, because you're not allowing that energy to flow through you. And just to give you like one idea of something that I wrote that I may do a video about, but learn the template of coming out of your comfort zone. So coming out of your comfort zone, if you come out of your comfort zone daily, you are going to learn how to expand your life immensely. And it is learning a template, because once you learn how to come out of your comfort zone, it's really easy to come out of your comfort zone again and again and again. It's a template. So whatever that first initiation is, it's a lot more than just that specific task. It is teaching yourself how to come out of your comfort zone, so that you can always have that. It's like teaching yourself a new skill. And so this whole book is full of this. Your emotions are calloused over years of not feeling. During the spiritual awakening, we begin to remove layers, and we are left with raw, unprotected emotions. We feel everything. We become highly sensitive, and it can be overwhelming. So it's just some of the things, right? As we're going through the spiritual awakening, all of a sudden we realize how calloused our emotions have been our entire life, that we have closed them off, especially when we were really little. We got hurt, so we close that off. We're not going to feel that anymore. And then as we go through the spiritual awakening, we start removing all those layers. We become exposed, and it feels like everything touches us. Our emotions are overwhelming. We cry really easy. We are, when we get into a space where there's too much noise or too many people, it can be a little bit of too much, too overwhelming, too much to intake. So as we uncover our emotions and our heart becomes open, then before we can come out completely, we have to slowly learn to know ourselves, really learn to even be able to contain our own emotions, and live a life that is open. And so, back to sum up, when you have something inspired, move on your inspiration, take it as far as you can take it. And if you have, like me, many, many, many ideas all at once, many ideas, oh, but there's this and there's that, and there's this and there's that, and my mind is running in all different directions, take whatever feels the best for you, whatever you are feeling the most aligned with, and start moving on that task. Take it as far as you can take it. Start opening it up. It will open up doors for you that you could have never imagined. So I am sending you so much love. Thank you for watching. And if you would like a session one-on-one with me, my contact information is below in my website. Thank you.